First, let's look at the rotation. Look at what we got pitching wise. We'll have Sonny Gray as the head of the rotation, the elder statesman. You got Eric second. I will switch these two. I will have Matt's 4, Miles third, Josiah Gray, courtesy of Arenado, 5th. In the pen, you've got Tink. I'll get to experiment with him some this season. We'll kind of see how it goes, how I feel about that. You've got Palante. You see he's got a sinker, a four-seamer, quirks, night, and pickoff artist. For Tink, no quirks. Josiah, no quirks. Mr. Poche, a lefty. Liberatore and Romero, lefties. And then I will have Helsley, of course, at the end of the pen. And that's kind of what we're looking at. So clearly, Helsley is easily the best reliever that I have. JoJo pitched well for me last season in MLB 24. He was a sub-2 ERA guy. We'll see what he does here, but Phil definitely helps because that gives me someone else I can rely on. His hit per 9 is pretty good at 87. It could be tough sledding. Collins is 89, so at least I know I have 2 lefties that I can rely on, and we'll just kind of go from there and see what happens. But not bad at all. Could be worse. Because I could have done nothing and it would have been worse. Now, the lineup. This is where the fun is. Flexibility here. Burleson. We got Victor Scott. Let me look real quick at the roster and see if there's anything that changes. I don't want him up. I still keep Pedro up because I want another catcher. That way I'm not forced to have to use Contreras. Sagasi. Let him cook down there. I'm cool with that. 2 shortstops. I'm cool with that, especially because he has flexibility. So just defensive guy. He plays everything but catcher. Don't want to use him the bat, but you know, I'm sure he'll get some time. Obviously, Donovan will be a huge guy. And now we kind of have to figure out. Ciani hits better. His fielding is better. Scott would be a defensive replacement, but also a pinch runner, primarily right now. And then you've got the 3 big outfielders there. So I'm cool with that setup. Question is, how do I set this lineup up? I'm going to give Wynn... I'm going to have Donovan bat leadoff. I know Wynn is faster, but I'm going to have Donovan bat leadoff, and I will have him play in left. I'm fine with that. Wynn batting second. Newbar batting second, back-to-back lefties. So I'm thinking like this. You'd have Newbar. Well, first of all, I need to look at positions. Let me look at that to start. I haven't said it yet, but I will go for both. First of all, Carp is going to DH. I mean, technically, Carp could play third. I would hate it, but Carp could play third. And then that allows Burleson to stay in the lineup. Because let me look at it. If Carp were to DH, that makes stuff complicated. If Carp were to DH, that would make stuff complicated. But I do not want Jordan Walker out in center field either. Burleson or Walker have to go to the bench. unless Walker played third. It'd be a waste of his arm. But then Burleson would still have to go to the bench. So I have two options here. I'll take input and hear what you guys have to say. I could let Burleson go to the bench, Carp or Walker DH, probably Walker, and then Siani would start. He's a slightly better hitter. It still has Victor Scott, who could be I could move some guys around. I could move Donovan into the infield late in games. If Carp is going to, I could have Carp DH, Walker play third. Late in games, I could move Donovan into third, and then Siani would be out there in center. Scott could move in or move out to left field, so that would boost the outfield. And then Donovan moved up to third base to help. That's an option. But I can't do it that way. Like Carp would have to play third. Basically Burleson and Walker would have to platoon at DH lefty versus righty. And I'd probably could find other time, like there'd be other times where they kind of have to play based on, people being tired and stuff, but I just can't see a way for Burleson and Walker to be in the lineup at the same time. Yeah. Siani there. And I'll have Cart play third. Man, I'm going to hate that. I know he's not a great fielder, but that can change. This is the version of Carp that we're getting right now, but you guys have full input on changing that. So lineup-wise, Donovan, Newbar, Contreras, Gorman, just raw power, Herrera batting fifth, I'd have to try to spread out the righties a little bit more too. That's the other thing. That's one of the reasons of with not having Burles or having Walker in the lineup, because otherwise I'd have 6 lefties. Because the other thought was having Wynn, and then having Newbar bat third, Gorman bat fourth. That's a risky one though, because I strike out a lot with Gorman with his vision. Newbar, pretty solid hitter, and then have Contreras bat fifth. And then you're looking at Burleson, Burleson for now, Carp, Herrera, Siani, a lineup like this. But then it puts the pressure on these two to have to get on base. Versus I would have Newbar as a better hitter, Contreras as a more reliable hitter, batting, second and third than Gorman. But then I'm going to end up with a huge string of lefties batting together, which also could be a problem. Because I'm looking at it's either this lineup or something like this. Newbar, Contreras, Gorman. At some point, there'd have to be 3 lefties batting unless I moved Wynn down. And did something like this. And that would still be 3 lefties. So you have 9-1-2. I feel like this, I would rather these two be higher up to just get more at bats with them. I'm not too worried about Gorman. He's going to strike out a bunch anyway. I'd rather have him back clean up regardless. But then slotting everyone down to try to move up Wynn, I don't think it really does me any favors either. I'd rather have Newbar and Contreras potentially get 1 extra at bat than having Wynn bat second. Maybe this changes next season. I don't feel like this is a terrible lineup. The other thing is off the bench, I'd have a pinch runner, but then if I had to pinch hit late in games, I just have righties. How you guys feeling about this lineup? I don't hate it, I don't love it, but I feel like it's probably the best option. And then of course fatigue will impact this as well too. So, no, Walker would be the first guy off the bench with fatigue being a factor. And then I could DH him and, figure that stuff out. And then that adds some balance. But just from, yeah. But Contreras is probably my best player right now. It has to be that. Yeah, I'll check waivers too. So against lefties, I would have Walker DH. So something similar. I still trust Donovan, so I'd have Donovan, Newbar, Contreras. Still have Siani. He's still not a great hitter. I mean, Scott's better, but it's not like, to me, I'd rather have Siani. That fielding is very important to me. Fifth, Herrera 6, Carp 7, and win 8. Carp will change. I'm sure Carp will probably impact things going forward, but having Walker, it adds a little bit of balance to the lineup. Unfortunately, I still see the 3 at the bottom, so I probably should change that, but I could have Winbat 9. Slot it something like that. Carp still has, some solid splits at least. I mean, I could just double up here and then have 2 lefties there. I'm fine with that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'll go with that. Walker will have to hit against lefties, though. All right. I actually don't know how to check waivers. I've never done it before. Because it wouldn't be for agents. Transactions. Got it. Okay. Funny. Same guy. Gives you some contact. Arb. Night player unfazed with 2 strikes. 68 overall. You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to getting him. I mean, at least it would be a better bat, because I could send my shortstop down, my rookie shortstop, and then have him be a bench bat for me. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It's definitely going to be better than whoever is on my bench. Yep, so we'll see. Oh, no, you're good. So, the last thing that we need to set. Hitting, zone, all this will be good. All that solid. Meter pitching, button accuracy, throw canceling on. Everything off. That on. We're good there. We're going to do GOAT. I'm probably going to be very sad as a hitter. But I'm going to hate this. It should be. I'm pretty sure that I said everything to manual, but I'll double check. But it should be. GOAT. Everything else off. Auto bullpen. Shift off, because I don't like having the shift on. That's just me. Even though I got pretty pissed with it last year, we'll do personalized. We'll keep pitch clock on, injuries on, ejections on. I don't care about balks. We'll do everything like that, but we will definitely do GOAT. It's going to be a struggle from a hitting perspective, I'm sure, made worse by the fact that this team is trash. So we're going to do the best we can. Yeah, it'll be on. Played it on competitive. Well, we're going to hope for the best here. We're going to hope for the best. Got dynamic cam. We're fine with that. Even though this, I might want it a little lower. I might have to mess with that. So I can make sure that I can see the meter. Ambush hitting will be on. Something that me and Slick were talking about earlier. That's probably going to be really important for me. Big picture. Because if I'm going to play on a higher difficulty, that helps. Like he said, in a way, it helps lower the difficulty some. I think, David, you might have said the same thing too. But me and Slick were talking about that, and he's 100% right. Probably turn it on once I get set up here. But I wanted to get, because I can't really update my franchise stats because I don't have any games played. I didn't think about that until like right before I started streaming. And everything is manual. The computer can't do anything stupid to screw me over. Not that they would. I believe the computer wouldn't hate me. I hate myself enough. Ah. That works for me. I was hoping I could do lineup and rotation that way, but that works. Initial save. Backup save. So we got the 2 saves. So that's what it looks like.